The Deliberate Manners film before a live studio audience. The Camry got crunched. We're gonna have to fix this. So it was parked across the street, and a USM plow truck backed right into the Camry, right into it. Hit it at the grill, which is nice and loose now, and then crunched the hood. And get this, it was TP'd. Right at the end of the last video I shot where I was snow blowing across the neighborhood, I was coming up the hill. I had just filmed the last scene, coming up the hill of my street. And I looked, and there was a dude standing next to a tow truck next to my Camry, and as I got closer, I noticed the TPing. No, that's not funny. Yeah, no, that's sad.
People start pollution. People can stop it.
So, what I did was I laid a board across the bow here, straight across. I took the hood down, and now imagine it folded in half as a teepee. And then I got on top of the hood here and just smacked it back down, and it straightened up for the most part, enough to get it shut. So I filed an insurance claim. Well, they got back to me with an estimate. Now, the estimate that they gave me was for just the grill, the hood, and this headlight assembly. And the estimate came back. So Progressive found apparently a gold-plated hood at $730. But with an estimate at $2,100, that totals the car. And here's the thing. What I didn't tell the insurance company, because I definitely didn't want it totaled, was that the radiator support, you can see a little crease here, got pushed in, got bent in. Now, I was able to creatively get that out, meaning a chain hooked to it and then hooked to my van, and then I put the Camry in reverse and sent it. When I got the estimate from the insurance company, the insurance adjuster said, well, they're not going to need to see it in person. Now, if they saw this in person, they would see that that was bent. That would have to be replaced. And then the damage would be at $3,000. So I stopped the claim. I'm going to have to fix it myself because it's not totaled. Hood shut's fine. Here, I'll show you. There you go. And honestly, you wouldn't have to fix it. But the thing is, I'm not driving a 95 Camry around town that's beat up. You know, like the other guys that drive the 95 Camrys around town that are beat up. I want to have the perfect snow bunny. So now we're going to have to go find some junk parts and fix this bad boy ourselves. Ooh, I found our victim. It's down in Billerica. Look at this guy right here. Oh, there's our hood. Let's get some stuff together and go grab it. Hey, good morning. Got my tools together to bring down to the salvage yard. I went on the computer last night, found our victim down in Billerica, and let's get on the road and go retrieve a hood, maybe a grill, and you know, a headlight assembly if we're feeling saucy. And we're off to Billerica. Let's go get a hood. Found it. We're in Billerica now. All right, well, somewhere back here in the woods in Billerica, Mass, there's a 95 Camry waiting to donate a hood to me. We'll see. Oh yeah, plenty of vehicles. All right, we'll walk around here in a minute. We're just looking for a Camry. It's super windy, and not particularly warm, but we'll figure it out here. Got a bunch of Toyotas down here. We just gotta find a Camry with a hood that'll fit our car. Well, that grill would fit. It's not white though. Gotta find a white one. Yeah, we gotta find a Camry with a hood on it. Looks like the hood's a popular item for the Camrys. Hopefully we find something. Well, that Jack's place was a bust, so I drove a little bit north up to Plastown, New Hampshire. And quite a few Camrys up here. This is the, believe it or not, clear coat, pine sap and all, the best hood I can find in northern New England right now at a junkyard. I don't know if I'm gonna do the hood. Might be better off buying a new one. I am gonna get a headlight assembly though. That white 92 down at the end looked pretty good. Let's go take a look at that. It'd be nice if the hood was nice on that. It is not. This is a 92. Same difference as the 95. They didn't change them. How many miles are on this beast? Oh, this one had a nice long life. 276. Look at this bad boy. Oh, she's got the blue interior. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like the seats failed. Had covers on them. Although, jeez, they don't look that bad underneath. So let's get the driver's side headlight assembly out of this. Yeah, this hood is terrible. It's all rusty. Looks like it had a spray can special on it at some point. But hey, I don't think the driver of that car was complaining. What did it in, I wonder? I bet the transmission. Because it's not, for a New England car, it's not too terrible. Well, I take that back. She's a little crunchy right there. We'll grab this headlight assembly. All right, let's get to it. Oh, come on, baby, turn. Ooh, that's crunchy. That's the thing, you know, we're in New England, so finding parts for this is it's hard. Well, it's not so much finding the part, it's finding ones that aren't totally rusted out. Oh, well, the bolt didn't move, but it broke, so that's something. Well, that one turned. There. Good news about this stuff is it's plastic, so the hardware's crap, but the actual light housing is just plastic, so it'll be fine. Grill and headlight. I think I'm just gonna try and, you know, if I'm gonna have to do body work, I might as well try to futz with the hood we've got, because it's paint-wise a lot nicer than anything that's here. And just try to bang out the little cut. It's right up here and cut in. So if I can try to finesse that back out, I might try to make that work, because none of the paint chipped, except right where the tow truck hit, right on the bow here, but I can just touch that up. So I'm going to buy the grill and this driver's side headlight assembly. So we have something to hook the grill to now. That'll be fun. And let's get this back home. Well, I didn't get the hood I wanted to get, but we're in New England, so it's going to be nearly impossible. Not near, you know, not completely impossible, but pretty darn close to be able to find a hood at a salvage yard that doesn't need as much body work as the hood I've already got on the car. So I'm going to try to bang out the hood I've got on the car just a little bit more, just to see if I can get it so it's not curled down over the grill. And yeah, we'll go from there. But a little bit of a fruitless journey, but I got to see a bunch of salvage yards, which was fun. And if you guys need parts, the nicest one by far is the last one I went to today, and that's, what's that? Brandy Brow Auto Parts. So give them a holler if you need parts for your old car. Back to Portland. Here we come. Okay, so we're not successful in finding a hood, so we're gonna try to bang this out a little bit ourselves. And well, I guess we found hoods. They just were in about the same shape as the one I've already got. So I might as well try to bang this out a little bit. Let's see if I can do it without taking it off the car. This got pushed down in here. So it kind of needs to come, this lower structure needs to come down and this has to come out. I might need one of those slide hammers. Over here where it creased, I'm just gonna give it some love taps right in here. Just get the crease out of that. The top of the hood, I don't know if you can see it on camera. You can see where it's just a little bit dented on that side. The other side looks okay. The other side's, you can see where the paint flicked off when it bent in half. But I got this side pretty okay. There's just a little bump there. But we'll start with some love taps. Ooh, that's looking good. Jeez, maybe I picked the wrong line of work. Body man. I'm just kidding, by the way. Before I got too far with getting a slide hammer to get that out, it was still kind of TP'd here, just a little bit. So the board is back. This is how I originally unbent the hood. So I'm gonna put it down and I'm just gonna sit on it a couple times. All right, let's see how it sits now. Oh, a little bit better. So now where it was bent doesn't look so bad. I mean, I can live with that. Really, we just got to get this to come up. So that's where the slide hammer will come in. Well, I'm now the proud owner of a cheap Harbor Freight slide hammer. So we're gonna try to pull a little bit of that dent out. But first I gotta take the grill out. That side broke, so we're just down to one bolt. Take that, just put the bolt right back in there so we don't lose it. And I got some super glue so I can put the Toyota emblem on to just make it look a little bit better. Now I just gotta find where I put it. There it is. Yeah, when I drove up on the scene of the accident, this was just laying on the ground. It was like the Camry shed a tear. Let's get to gluing here. Just take a little alcohol and clean off the dirt. Oh yeah, we're getting all that crap off of there. Let's see if I can get the marks off the, oh look at that, the marks came off the grill. Let's see if that'll do it. There we go, the grill is partially repaired here. Let's see if I can get this little crack. Just go ahead and put a bunch of this in there. All right, got the slide hammer hooked up here. Let's see if we can get this dent out. Whoa! See if we can get this to function correctly. Thank goodness for the little hole here, huh? I just want to get this lip out. And then I think I'm coming to terms with it being bruised like this. I found a hood unpainted, you know, primed on eBay. They still make them. It wouldn't fit as good as a factory hood for $400. Then I'd have to have it painted, or I could attempt to paint it myself. So I'll stick with this hood for a while, but I would like to just at least get this so that it's coming out over the grill like it's supposed to. So let me get the slide hammer and see what I can do. Oh, that slide hammer did wonders. Look at that. Brought the lip out quite a bit. I think that looks okay. I was able to take some alcohol and get the marks off where whatever this unit was bashed into that. We're looking a lot better. Let's see how the grill's drying up here. Looks good. Looks a lot better than it did. I might just clean it up a hair. Man, I never knew I needed a slide hammer until today. You know, that's a blessing. I got to go buy a new tool, right? Gotta look for the rosy spots in an otherwise crappy situation. Okay, let's go take this and put it in the car. Yep. That's right, it's a single screw grill. Okay, see if it'll shut. There it is. I think we're at the as good as it's gonna get, unless I spend a lot of money. No, well, I mean, like I said, a $400 hood, I probably could get it painted for $300. So you're looking at $1,000. I am gonna end up, I got the headlight assembly for the driver's side at the junkyard yesterday, and I actually picked up another grill, but I decided to fix this one. And I'm gonna just I will buy new headlights. They sell aftermarket headlights for this car still, believe it or not, so that way I can have matching headlights on both sides. I put the other one up there and it was just too far gone. But I mean, the car it was on had 247,000 miles on it, so I don't want to cast too many stones. But that's how we're looking for now. So that's gonna do it for the repair. What did we learn here? Just looking at the grand scheme of things, probably not a whole lot. Except, if you have a 90s car like this, don't even bother, unless it's a rare car that's worth, let's say, more than $5,000–6,000. Don't even bother to put full comprehensive insurance on it. It's not worth it. You'll pay more in premiums to take the cash and run. It's just not worth it. We also learned that junkyards have terrible websites, and a lot of them, I only went to 4. They were all in Massachusetts except for that one in New Hampshire, which was fabulous. But the 3 others I went to, terrible websites. They list the parts that they say they have. You go there. I swear, at that Jack's, the first one I went to yesterday, I walked that entire yard because they insisted that white Camry that we saw on the computer was there. I walked that yard for 2.5 hours. It wasn't. It was not there. Come to find out, go back to the office, they look at the listing again, they said, well, that car's been here for 10 years. Well, if it's been in that yard for 10 years, someone has picked it dry. So if the car's there, it's a carcass. They didn't have a hood. It was crazy. we learned that if you get a car that comes from the West Coast and it gets a little fender bender, finding a part for it in the Northeast is going to be hard, especially if it's a 30-year-old car like this. Found a few hoods for it. They all needed way more body work than even this one. They were so far gone. So stuck with this one, got the slide hammer, got the lip back out so it clears the grill, super glued the grill back together, and like I said, I'll get new headlights for it. But yeah, I love that little car. I wish it didn't get banged up. So thanks for joining me on the Deliberate Manner YouTube channel. Comment below and let me know what you would do with this thing. I'm not a body man, obviously. I'm more of a carpenter. So that's what a carpenter will do to a car. I'm a big fan of other YouTube channels that do body work. My number one go-to guy every Friday afternoon is VCOR, VEHCOR. Scott, the guy that runs that channel, is the best body man on YouTube, and I really hope he doesn't watch this, because this is what he complains about. I've definitely been here before. So thanks again. I'll catch you on the next one.